Ladies and gentlemen, this is JW Schmo from After Hour Gaming League Season 3 regular season. Team Raytheon versus the always awesome Amazon. Today, this is game 2 of week 2 in the B League. And in the upper right hand corner, we have, again, Orange Terran, Pretzel for Amazon. In the bottom left-hand corner, we have the ever-awesome Yeah Buddy from Team Raytheon playing as the Red Zerg. So let's go ahead and get started and watch what will be an absolutely fantastic match. And I apologize, I must have the computer set to a little bit higher settings than it is able to handle. It's a Core 2 Duo processor. That's most likely why. Also, I got a lot of stuff running in the background, so I apologize for some of the choppiness in the game. Bear with me, still working out all the kinks. But one of the kinks I have worked out, figured out how to do hotkeys. Aha! So we'll get some units up there for you, so you can take a look at that. Alright, so we got the barracks going down. This is a typical Terran play to wall off their main. Yeah, Buddy's gonna waltz right up, knock on the door, give a little kiss to the SCV, and just, you know, again, try and eat the barracks, because that's what drones do, is they eat the barracks. All right, so we got a hatchery going down, so we got the fast expansion. It's always good for Yeah Buddy, just kind of seeing how this this wall off is going. Did he see? He did see the gas. So he knows, he's kind of like, oh, he's going gas, so that probably means he's not doing an all-in with the Marines. Alright, I guess I'll do my fast expansion. And then lay down the ever-awesome spawning pool and the extractor. Very expensive big purchase. Didn't take a loan out, so he has no minerals at the moment. Alright, and just, again, making sure he won't get supply blocked with another overlord going down. And here we go. We've got SCV scouting. It's gonna see that. Spawning pool jump back up, and micro on his side. All right, so let's go back to this. All right, so we're at the 4-minute mark right now, and this hatchery is gonna pop up probably right at the 4-minute mark. You know, it's almost like Yeah Buddy practices this. I don't know, man. It's crazy. Alright, so we've got Terran, 2 Marines going immediately to the factory, going right to a starport, and getting Hellions. So Hellions are huge for Terran against Zerg. Fast moving. They can also transform. Autobots roll out to the Hellbat. This gives them the ability to be very damaging. A little bit slower moving, but definitely packs a punch. Alright. So that, also one thing to note here, that drone, right? So that drone came up and it kind of knocked on the door again and it saw this. You know what it didn't see though? It didn't see anything going on right here. So this was its, oh, where's my whiteboard? There we go. Alright, so it didn't see anything past this line, right? So if I just go over here and I pop that, he didn't see, look at the placement on this. I mean, honestly, look at this placement, right? This is practice right here. This is practice. This is good practice on Amazon's side. Pretzel, well done. You know what you're doing. I mean, you couldn't have gotten it any closer to the door. Very nice. I like it. I like it. So Yeah Buddy doesn't see it, but you know, I mean, he can kind of infer from the fact that he did see a very early refinery go down, which is always necessary to go with a tech play. Alright, and we got our mandatory 2 Hellions and our wonderful medevac, which is all up and changed in Heart of the Swarm. It's got booster packs. You can upgrade its healing ability. So, you know, all just confused beyond belief for me, because I don't play Terran. I play Protoss, you know. It's a thing, you know. I like my Zealots with their lightsabers. Orange lightsabers. Alright, so we got the medevac. And we're going to see some drop play here. So we can sit back and grab some popcorn and, you know, watch these Marines pop up and down and see if these Hellions can be placed pretty well. Alright, so back over to Yeah Buddy. So we're going to get a Baneling nest coming down. That's good. That's going for a bio ball counter. Alright, so again, just not seeing anything here for Yeah Buddy. You know, everything's an inference. And I gotta give him credit. There is a huge amount of inference going on. So again, and Pretzel here also, you know, as well, just good job here. He's hiding his Hellions. Hiding the Hellions from Yeah Buddy. That for those that didn't pick up on it, that is why they were in the medevac. Alright, so a little bit of play here, gonna go back and forth, and, you know, gonna shoot flames out, and we're just gonna jump back and forth. Alright, so now we've gone to the Hellbat. So we've traded agility with brute force. And he's gonna, you know, you're watching him pick up these Hellbats and these Hellions, and you're just waiting for the drop. You're like, when are you gonna do it? When are you gonna do it? Oh, you're gonna do it? Oh, awesome, thank you. It's about time. We've been waiting for you to do this. Now, let me ask you, why did he wait until now? Well, that's because he's got another Hellion back here, and he's fast approaching on his starport coming up with another medevac. Why is that big? Well, you don't want to leave yourself completely open to a counter. Counters are bad. As a Terran, you don't want to be stuck with a counter. So that's why he waited. He wanted to make sure he could protect against an attack, a direct all-in by Yeah Buddy. So let's pause it right here. So at this point in time, right, so Yeah Buddy is now going to see this medevac, and the response is, of course, this spine crawler. And definitely you can tell he's multitasking quite extensively because he hasn't moved any of his main units over there. And also, you know, it's a little unfortunate, but good number of his units are going in for the Baneling bust. Another reason why he has the Baneling nest, excuse me. It wasn't just for the bio ball. My bad. Don't listen to what I'm saying. Just watch this game. Alright, so these Hellbats are going to come in. Now you also, again, notice he doesn't drop them all at once. He drops them one at a time. Hellbats are pretty slow moving. This allows him to kind of get there, you know, if you know what I mean. Alright, so then I remember why this was interesting. This was interesting over here, so let's go back. So while that engagement was happening, there was another engagement happening. And I missed this engagement originally when I was watching the replay the first time. And I said to myself, Self, you ought to catch it the second time. What exactly happened there? And I didn't. So you don't know what happened, so we're going to find out right now. Obviously, he got in the base, but the supply depots were decidedly up and alive. Alright. Let's fast forward this. I don't want to see all this. Alright, we're fast forwarding. Do that. Alright. Fast forwarding, fast forwarding, fast forwarding, fast forwarding, fast forwarding. Sorry. Alright, so he's going to see it. Alright. And now, after all that work, so that's what it is. Supply depot's down. He left the door open. Happens to the best of us. Happens to the best of us. There is the door open. He's going to waltz right in. So that's the micro that's going on right now. There is a decided micro. I don't know how else to say that. Alright, so now the Baneling bust is going to be brought back. Nothing. Alright, so that really wasn't too effective. Over here, on the other hand, pretty good counter by Pretzel. With this drop, still going to lose the bat. And, but not the ever wonderful medevac. And there was the Ignite Afterburners. Not sure why he deployed that. I guess we'll never really know. You can email him. His email is somewhere. But yeah, definitely got rid of that. Alright. So now Pretzel's going to do his fast expansion at 9 minutes and 30 seconds. He's going to go to his natural and expand to his natural at 9 minutes and 30 seconds. And yeah, Buddy is going to get a roach form at 9 minutes and 30 seconds. Also kind of left this spine crawler a little low on health. Did decide not to waste the banelings. That was probably wise. Probably could have busted open this door, but with the number of supply depots Pretzel has, it probably wouldn't have made much of a difference. Other than make him angry and leave Yeah Buddy with 2 less banelings. Alright, let's follow these guys. So now we're going to see some more drops from Pretzel. Pretzel is very much set up for the drop play here, as evidenced by his 1-1-1 startup, and also evidenced by the armory. But you're going to also see him segue into more of a tech and bio play. Very much Marines, siege tanks, and then eventually Thors coming out. And Yeah Buddy will be a little hard-pressed to manage that. He is going to see this army come out, and he's just going to kind of hang here. Pretzel's not really going to see much over here, other than the fact that there's creep. There's always creep. Alright, so this is pretty effective Hellbat configuration. Pretty tight. It's got the Hellbats in front. Actually, this is fantastic, because these Marines are, all kind of just hidden on the inside. So that means that they're not going to get hit by too many Zerglings. Alright, he's going to drop them up. These Hellbats are going to fall, but now you've got still got a good loadout here. Alright, he's going to drop them over here now. Take out a couple units. I guess I could make the argument that Pretzel could have engaged with his original setup, but you choose not to, and that's why we play this game. It's the choices we make. Alright, so Yeah Buddy kind of struggling here to defend this a little bit. Real good harass by Pretzel. Real good harass. And so what's going on over on his end of the woods? Not much. Building supply depots. Building Hellions. Really focused on the Hellion play. Which you should be in this situation. Simply because there really isn't a early game counter other than roaches. And even roaches, the roaches really aren't able to attack the medevacs. So you're kind of left with this problem of how do I counter the Hellbat? And we'll see Yeah Buddy struggle with that for a good part of this game. Again, excellent play by Pretzel, just really milking these Hellbats for as much as he can. And you're just going to see drones falling every which way. And you kind of sit there and you're cheering for him to kill these medevacs. I won't lie. I mean, obviously, I'm a fan. He's on my team. But... So you're gonna... Again, you're gonna see Hellbats just everywhere. Alright, we got our Marine. 2 Marines. Scare off the Overlord. Now, they're not really doing a huge amount of damage. I mean, it's a very slow death for this hatchery, but it will die. And then we're seeing the push in the middle. So here's the bio ball. So here, all of a sudden, the banelings become pretty effective. Alright, and we got our 3rd command center going down. So right now, it's actually not looking too good for Yeah Buddy. And the reason for that is, Terran has him kind of up against the wall. Quite frankly, very hard up against the wall, because Terran's going to go to his 3rd, expand to his 3rd. He's able to put a lot of pressure on Yeah Buddy here. We're going to see another advancement of these Marines. He's going to push back the creep, and he's going to get right to that point where the spine crawlers all of a sudden make for pretty fantastic play. Alright. So we got kind of a stalemate here. Who's going to win? We got that command center going down. Again, going for the bio ball push. Really going for that bio ball push. And here comes the next drop. So again, yeah, buddy, got the spire up. Not really utilizing it just yet, and it's going to be a little caught off guard by this this drop. He'll probably deny it. He could very well be right. I've seen him work pretty good miracles, but I would argue this is the epitome of getting caught off guard. So he's going to have to divert most of his units down here to defend. Pretzel's then going to see not too much of an opening, quite honestly. For what got done here, if you will, not too much of an opening, right? And yeah, buddy, just being very conservative with his banelings, right? He's going to bring them in. He's going to do a good job. Yeah, these banelings are just going to decimate this bio ball. So bio ball, not exactly the best decision. Excellent counter by yeah, buddy, making sure he had that bio ball set up. All right, and again, yeah, buddy, just getting pounded by these hellbats. He's even getting a little arrogant here or there with the Hellion not transforming. I guess that makes sense. A little bit further range. All right, so let's pause it. Let's just take into account where we're at here. We've got yeah, buddy's third pretty much locked down by Pretzel. We've got a push at this, the natural's choke point, and we've got a drop in the back. Now, while that's all happening, Pretzel pretty much has free reign of the map. Excellent map control right now by Pretzel. He's got his third down, not really doing much with it. You can tell though by just looking up here, at the count. You really can't see it when I block it out. Anyway, when you look at this, right, the mineral count really is evidence of who's got map control. I would also note though that Pretzel is could have been a little bit more effective with his macro at this point. His micro is definitely strong, but could have been a little bit more effective with the macro. Alright, so this is good placement by him again. So he's going to be able to keep pushing, and he really want to get that spire down. He lost a fair number of units to get that spire down. But not in time for yeah, buddy, to get a couple of Mutalisks out. Why is that key? Well, that's key because now he has something to take on these medevacs, and he can chase, which is something the Hydralisks can't do. They can't really chase, even when the Hydralisks are upgraded. You still really can't give chase because the medevacs aren't confined to the terrain. Alright, so we've got multiple engagements here, and now we're going to see these Mutalisks come pretty much in handy. So he definitely built a fair number of Mutalisks, probably where all his money was going. And now we have a problem with Pretzel. Now Pretzel has a problem. He doesn't really have a good counter. He wasn't really prepared for the Mutalisks. And that's evidence now because he's losing medevacs left and right. And there you see a good use of the afterburner. And if yeah, buddy had just held out just a wee bit longer, would have got that one. Now I was actually kind of surprised by Pretzel. I really was expecting some Widow Mine play, but I guess not. So a little disappointed there. I was kind of hoping to see some Widow Mine play. It would have been a good trap scenario. Alright, so we're at the 20-minute mark now, and yeah, buddy is making a second attempt at getting his third. A little bit better situated in defending from any bio ball attacks. The plethora of Zerglings and a Roach are evidence. You'll notice the research is kind of non-existent. Mostly because he was spending a significant amount of money on defending for his life. Yeah. We also notice Pretzel because he was microing, so effectively kind of also left off the research. Happens. Was pretty good with the napalm spray though, so that is a +2 on vehicle weapons. Alright, so we got to push in. He's really waiting for this. Excuse me. Pretzel's really waiting for this expo to be built on. I'd say, yeah, but he got lucky because I don't think he was really prepared to engage at that location. Had he had a base there. And Pretzel is gonna see all those Zerglings. Also gonna see this move. And that was actually a good play there. Kind of forced the stim pack. Got a nice jab in there. Some reinforcements for Pretzel. And Pretzel's going to see all the wonderful banelings waiting for him. Now you'd think, I don't know, you'd think you wouldn't let... So this is a good surround right here. And this is just gonna, these Marines here are just gonna fall to a wave of baneling. More baneling falling. Just, oh my goodness. Well executed by Yeah Buddy. Just really takes out that bio ball. And now is able to give chase. Really able to harass these medevacs. Much better equipped. He's going to take down all those Hellbats. That's a lot. That's a 400. You know, I mean, that's a command center. Let's recircle this. Alright, and so we've got a little pushback here by Pretzel. The Marines are going to help out there. Going to lose another Mutalisk. I'm a little surprised here in this attack. He's going to pull back. Alright. Good defensive posturing there by Yeah Buddy. Really well done. Alright. And Pretzel now has shifted over. He's got a siege tank. Building another siege tank. Couple more factories ought to go down here shortly. Still focused on this bio ball, which seems to be a little bit less effective than it used to be. Pretzel definitely going for his fourth now. Now, Yeah Buddy does not see that fourth. Alright, let's take a look. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm totally blocking the engagement. And you missed it, but it wasn't that important, I promise. Basically, it was a drop, and it failed. Alright, so we're going to do some scouting here for Yeah Buddy. Going to take a look, see what he can see. Some scouting here for Pretzel. So the gain here is just looking at the mini-map. Yeah Buddy wants to make sure there's not an expo there. And Pretzel kind of wants to see if there's an expo there. And that is going to lead into some decision making from both players. Yeah Buddy here is going to find this expo. And we should see an engagement. This is a pretty easy takedown. We should see an engagement. This is a pretty easy takedown. Oh, but we're being microed back over here again. Hence the lack of engagement. Alright, so he takes care of that. At his third. And he's going to take down Pretzel's fourth. This is key. Why is it key? Because it prevents Pretzel from getting more minerals and gas. Alright, and over here we have the bio ball, the mini bio ball, just chilling. So now it's about even from a base standpoint, but I would argue that Pretzel's still in a better tactical situation. Certainly a little bit less money, but you know, about 25 more food than Yeah Buddy. But you will see a little bit of the sitting on the haunches syndrome. Another command center is going to be built. So right now Pretzel's really just kind of trying to figure out what his next move is. This is a transition period. And that's evidence here because you're going to see these Mutalisks are kind of going to take out this medevac and get out of there. And that is because this is a transition period. You are going to see pretzel attack here. Think. Are you? I don't know. But this transition here, you're going to see. Look at this. This is a good surround. But yeah, buddy. So I lied. This is the obligatory transition. I'm out of food. I need food, so I'm going to let all my units die. Move. I'm on you, Amazon. Alright, so that was excellent play by Yeah Buddy. That's a good way of dividing his opponent. These Banelings are just destroying these Marines. Not even funny. Let me just pause this for a second. Let me do a Control-Delete. Middle of the game, I know, I'm sorry. And let me just try and make this go a little bit faster. Oh, don't freeze on me. Please don't freeze. Move that off to the side. And we're going to go Processes. And we're going to go to StarCraft. And we're going to set the priority to high. There we go. We'll do that. Let's see if that makes a difference on these replays. Probably not. Alright, so we see Yeah Buddy's going to throw down his 4th. Way up in the corner. See, Pretzel's not going to see it. He does have his 1 Marine chilling. I don't know how he pulled that off. But he is going to see that 1 Marine now, and he's going to give it a nice spanking. And all these mutas are, again, transition period here. Let me just pause it for a second. Now, what I was trying to exemplify here was that the fact that now Pretzel has shifted over more to a tech. Instead of having just the 1 factory, now he's got 4 factories. Not really building bio right now, even though he's got 6 barracks. Researching, finishing the research for his ground units. He's already got 4 siege tanks. So there was a shift, a noticeable shift in his game plan into the late game. And that was that mid-game assault that he kind of botched a little bit. That was what that transition was. Alright, so we're going to see a little poke here by Yeah Buddy. Oh, man. It's going to lose Mutalisk. There's not too much going on. You know, this is basically transition period, right? Both sides kind of building up their forces, researching. We do see the claws are now +2. That's because this volatile burst also is +2. Very key. Just see where he's scanned. Alright, tracking. And he's kind of moving into range, but again, just testing the waters. The one thing I would note, though, is Yeah Buddy is a little bit low on the creep. A little bit low on the creep. Unfortunate. And he heard me. It was like he knew I was going to be critical of his creep. Alright, again, we're seeing that change in play to a late game tech. For Terran and Zerg, well, not really going Broodlords right now. Now he's going Broodlords. Good thing I'm here for this commentary, because otherwise you wouldn't know what was going on. Alright, so now we're going to see some motion here by Pretzel, and these Marines are just going to get absolutely obliterated. Just destroyed. Why? Why did he do that? Well, he did that, I think, more to open up some food, so that he was able to build more of his friend the Thor. Alright, so we're gonna see a little scout happen there. Yeah, but he's gonna catch a glimpse. Doesn't really see what's going on though with these siege tanks. Doesn't know they're there. Probably doesn't particularly care too much either. Alright, so his 5th is going down a little bit late. I mean, it's 30 minutes. We're a half hour into this game. Alright, and we've got these Thors coming out. Now this was interesting, because you don't really normally see a Thor drop. And then the question becomes, is he going to see it? Well, I don't think he sees it, because he's definitely going to be able to drop down these Thors. And they're just going to destroy that Sun colony, but he is able to get his workers out. And these Zerglings are going to make quick work of these Thors. Probably ought to have picked him up, got him out, but the Mutalisks kind of take care of that problem. And three more medevacs bite the dust. All right. So there's the Broodlord play. Right here. And that's gonna cap up, yeah, buddies. Food count. Again, I apologize. I'm just beyond exhausted trying to pump these out real quick so that we have them online. Day jobs aren't really conducive to StarCraft play, let me tell you. I've been getting called out for my poor play, which you'll see in one of the following replays. But it happens when you have a day job and kids. Alright. So we do see the Thor push back that Overlord, but not to the point where it gets ugly. And I think we're in for pretty an interesting engagement here. Alright. So Pretzel is going to see a massive amount of Broodlords and is going to decimate these Zerglings. Good Mutalisk play, keeping the Marines guessing. That Zergling was fantastic because it just went whoop and took down all of these Marines' health. All right, and we're just seeing a massive amount of death and decay on these ground units. Even these air units. That was a good. That Mutalisk. What you didn't see there was that Mutalisk was sent back by Yeah Buddy in order to distract it from the almost dead Broodlord. Obviously, a Mutalisk is decidedly less expensive than a Broodlord to create. All right, so we see a +3 siege tank, shot cannon. A little bit of scouting. So Yeah Buddy, again, doesn't see everything, sees all his bases at the moment. He is going to see down here. He's going to see this in just a couple minutes. Right there, actually. So we have a pretty good count of who's doing what, where, and why. Looks like Pretzel is going to have some Ravens up. Ravens are always good. You can't go wrong with Ravens. Especially that Seeker Missile. Now the Seeker Missile, for those that don't know, in Heart of the Swarm has changed. While it's being created, you can dodge it or kill the Raven, But as soon as it's been created and starts seeking you, it's going to hit you. So there's really not too much you can do to stop it. Alright, so we're going to see just again some well done aerial bombardment of that medevac. And now we're going to see what is arguably the climax in this game. Alright, so we've got these creep tumors going down, and up here the back end engagement is happening. The siege tanks, now why is this key? Those siege tanks were not up. So those Zerglings were able to get in close, and now those siege tanks are doing more damage than they're helping because they're taking out his own units. And they are +3. So they're going to be doing a huge amount of damage to Pretzel's own units. Just decimating his own units. Which is unfortunate because you don't want siege tanks to kill your own units. And kill their units. Alright, and then up here, these Thors just not able to get in close to the Blue Lords, even though they are 3-3, just not able to get in close. Marines 3-3, but just again not able to get in close. And yeah, buddy, again, good use of the Corruptor to divert the Marines away from the Brood Lords, give them time to replenish their Broodlings. And here we're going to see the Seeker Mines be created. And these are going to do some damage. You can see who's targeting what. But this is good job. This is a good job on Yeah Buddy to split his forces just enough in order to prevent his entire force from being decimated by the Seeker missile. And then you are going to see here that again, these Ravens are just going to be really brutally attacked by the Corruptors. And why wouldn't you? I mean, you don't want your Brood Lords to be destroyed. And give chase a little bit, come back, and that siege tank play. The fact that those siege tanks were out of position when the Zerglings rushed in for Yeah Buddy was huge. Made night and day difference in this gameplay, and you can see that as evidenced by the simple fact that Yeah Buddy just got the GG. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is JW Schmo from Team Raytheon of After Hour Gaming League's B League Season 3. Thank you for watching. This is Week 2, Game 2. This puts Raytheon up 2-0 against Amazon in this matchup. But I will tell you that we've got at least two more matchups to go, maybe a fifth if we get to it. And should be leave for some fairly exciting gameplay. Thank you again for watching, and have a good night.